We've got the receipts, and so maybe we should cue that up now, Angie, and have people listen in to what happened today and then the historical.
You've made a number of outlandish and frankly disturbing comments both before and during your tenure as Secretary of Health and Human Services. I want to draw your attention to one of those times. In a 2024 podcast interview, you suggested that Black children on ADHD medication should be reparented. You said every Black kid is now just standardly put on Adderall, SSRI, benzos, which are known to induce violence, and that those children are going to have to go somewhere to get reparented. There is a lot to unpack in that comment. I know that you've already answered several of the questions I was going to ask, and so I'm just going to rephrase them. Mr. Secretary, you've already admitted that you are not board certified physician, and you've already admitted that you did not go to medical school. Have you ever reparented, or parented, I should say, a Black child?
I don't even know what that phrase means, and I doubt that
a yes or no answer.
I doubt that I said that phrase. No,
absolutely
I'm not going to answer something that I didn't say.
You absolutely said it.
Oh, I'd like to hear the recording.
So to be clear,
it doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what it means.
I don't either. That's why I'm asking.
And by the way,
so to be clear, you're not a doctor, you have no medical degree, and you have no formal medical training. You have never parented a Black child.
24 of the 26 HHS secretaries have not had medical degrees.
This is my time. And I say to the chairman, I want to reclaim my time. So you are not a doctor, have no formal medical training, and you've never parented a Black child, and yet you are suggesting that the federal government should take Black children away from their families and reparent them and send them off to some wellness farm instead of providing them with evidence-based.
You're just making stuff up.
I am absolutely not making this up. Mr. Secretary, in your opinion, what factors should the federal government consider when reparenting a Black child who has been on ADHD or ADD?
I don't even know what you're talking about, Congressman. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what reparenting even means.
I don't either, but you said that.
Just really remarkable, you know? I mean, to actually say something like that, first of all, reparenting, and we're going to play for you in just a moment what he actually said. We do have the tape. But even to suggest that your child is diagnosed with a medical condition, it's a very sinister attitude to say that children of a certain race, which he dealt with that several times today, saying that he basically doesn't see color. He sees a community that has different health needs because of, I don't know what it is, actually, he says. But, you know, he didn't say reparenting either, except he did. Tara, do you think we could play clip number 2, please?
Psychiatric drugs, which every Black kid is now just standard put on Adderall, SSRIs, benzos, which are known to induce violence. And those kids are going to have a chance to go somewhere and get reparented.
Directly from his mouth on a podcast in 2024. The podcast, I believe, was called 19 Keys High Level Conversations Podcast. It's unbelievable to me how he says these things with such confidence and then misremembers them or completely forgets them with such confidence, with such absolute certainty that there's no way he could have said it. He'd have to hear a recording. This is very specific language, Angie. It's not like he may have said something to the effect of like the incidence of those types of prescriptions. He has fully believed this, because he has fully been on a tirade against SSRIs, against ADHD medication, because he does believe, race or not included, that these things are actually causing so many of the problems that he thinks he's going to be solving through his MAHA agenda. But to add the race factor to it is just is impossibly, you cannot understate how sinister this is. We've often said, without being hyperbolic, that many of the policies that underwrite this movement have racist and eugenic backbones. They ascribe to a anti-germ theory philosophy, a terrain theory ideology that believes that if you're just the fittest, if you're just better bodied, more able bodied, or more wealthy, where your environment is cleaner, less harmful to you, you have better food, etc., you're gonna just survive better. It goes way, way back. And so this idea where he says the word all Black children, and then even uses the word reparenting, which he somehow forgets what that word even means, tells you probably what's happening behind the scenes about these types of conversations. This is lexicon that they use regularly, that he would repeat it on a podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, they repeat it because when they repeat it and they don't actually describe what they actually mean, they're able to use euphemisms, and that normalizes it for a lot of people. They're like, well, it's a wellness farm. It's not a long trip from weird to racist eugenicist.
Yes.